Good evening. Welcome to Options Center. It is Wednesday, 5 p.m., 125:23. Welcome, everybody. Go down to that bottom right-hand corner, hit that Options Center logo if you have not subscribed already. Don't forget the like button, and we are going to go through the usual ES on multiple time frames. We're going to check out a little bit more on the daily, focus on that. Maybe we'll check out a couple other tickers, but for the most part, we want to show why did we stay short today. It looks like the market's firming up, looks like the market wants to break out, but I'm not seeing those signs on a lot of the usual indicators that I use. So, is there anything else I want to look at? Let's just go ahead and start off with this, and then we'll add a few things on if we can. ES on the monthly time frame, it's the same thing as usual. Lower highs, lower lows. We're battling sideways with that 8 EMA. It's not really trending anywhere at this time. We're right in the center. If you made a channel with the 20 moving average and the 50, we have the 8 is right in the middle there. So it still says the same picture. We've been moving sideways. We had a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then we are sideways since. And that kind of indicates when we're on the 50 line on the RSI as well. So nothing really new to show here. My targets are still at 3,500 to the 3,200 area. It's just a matter of how we get there. So on the weekly, not much to update. You notice that we fell out, if you're new here, from this ascending triangle, lower highs, lower lows, and then we came right down to the bottom of the channel, and all we're doing is moving in time sideways. Nevertheless, huge moves, but we end up at the same spot, this bow and arrow support resistance. That's right at that 3,900 area. And again, we have we have a lot of people saying, hey, we are looking to close the week above this trend line. This trend line's the end all be all, but I actually beg to differ, and we'll see on the daily time frame, because we're considering this a triangle. That's our conservative bear, our bear setup right now, where we had our move here. That's the bottom, and then we have an A, B, C, D, and E, where that should be ending any day now, as soon as possible tomorrow morning. Otherwise, we have FOMC on February 1st. That's next Wednesday. So checking out the daily time frame. The daily trend is my friend, and if you notice on this trend line, we lined up these two highs there, and we kind of missed that one, but that puts us right on this third point right there. So we're kind of holding that. We have a benefit of the doubt up top here that kind of forms our triangle a little bit wider than other, like the SPY and the SPX. But this is something to look out for right now. We're holding this spot, and it coincides perfectly with the triangle that's in this RSI here. And notice, this is a big deal. Notice from the top here, we triangulate, and at each point we have a high, a higher high, but we have a high here and a lower high here for negative divergence. We're at the top of the triangle. That's what happens, and price turns around. Same thing is happening right here, right now. So yes, we had this massive move, but I'll show you what it really resembles. I had a trader on Twitter pointed out, I was like, man, I was supposed to put that in my video. I feel like I'm taking it away from him, but we're gonna put it up here anyway. No matter who gets credit, doesn't matter. Same thing. So we had this huge move. We started to build divergence. As soon as we crossed underneath this 100 line, that's when the price started to plummet. And we expect the same thing here. We had a higher high, but we had a high and a lower high for divergence here on the McClellan oscillator, and we're looking for this 100 line to break any time now. It's imminent. And if not, there is an alternate plan for an upside. We'd have to really burn these divergences and take off, but that's what those catalysts are capable of doing. We have GDP, durable goods, all sorts of stuff, PCE on Friday, and then FOMC next week. So lots of good stuff happening. But what I want to show you was this was kind of identical when you had this large move. So we had the reversal candle and we came down to test the 8 EMA and bounced off hard and ground up all day long. We had, obviously some big news and earnings coming up, and we had news over here as well. And so this is practically identical. We had a reversal candle, gap down, came all the way past support and just couldn't hold it. And you see what happened the next day. Price actually looks like it gapped up a little bit and said see you later at that point, never looked back. And we're kind of looking for that same situation here with our divergences, the price action. We had our reversal candle. This is just it's a wide candle, but this isn't a hammer. We're not looking to start our ascent to the upside, but we'll see what happens. Something else. Let's go ahead and let's go over to NQ. This is going to be obviously influenced by Tesla, which is basically unchanged at this point. But you see the same kind of action here. The same thing really happened. And there's the equivalent of that spinning top right there, hangman. And then you had a candle that just ravaged to the downside, but then bounced almost the whole way back up and then downside from there. So we'll be looking at that. We're at resistance at this point. So, if the bulls want it, they got to make the move. They got to make it now. Okay. And not a whole lot else to show. We'll go to Tesla just so we can see what's happening after hours. And we'll go down to 65 so we can see the action happening. Oh, that's not Tesla. That is TZANA. Wow. I was going to say that's pretty choppy. Okay, so we're in this wedge with Tesla. There's nothing that says we can't break out to the upside, but there's also a downtrend line that coincides right here. We, and after hours came up, hit the top of the point and rejected, and we're just kind of, again, unchanged. 144 was our closing price, and we're at 146. That's nothing for Tesla. And if everything's correct, we're forming divergence here as well. We made a higher high after hours, but the indicators are having a lower high at this time. So we're gonna have to see what the conference call brings. Is it going to be like Microsoft? Oh, and is it going to be like Microsoft? And also JP Morgan. Let me go back and show you exactly what happened. These are shenanigans that happens, and you'll see what the results are. We have JP Morgan. We had the after hours just plummeted. And at the market open, it recovered all of it plus more, made a new high. And look at, made an impulsive wave down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another reason why we think that this is a either another 5-wave move down for the correction, or we get this 5-wave move and then we're off to the races. Yeah, sure, you could say this is the high, and we have an A, B expanded B, and then C down here, but that's not the way I'm looking at it. So that's what happened with JP Morgan. It's just it's a catalyst. So price action isn't always clear when you have a catalyst, and so Microsoft can do the same thing. Microsoft had its move, big move, and just plummeted and really closed the gap. But to me, and I was tweeting this out, it's just a back test. It was a back test of this trend line that was broken. Hasn't been regained yet. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But, you can see a lot of these. I post tons of charts on Twitter, so check that out. dturner555 is my handle, but it's options tender, and you can follow me on there and get tons of tweets throughout the day. Also, the options guys, I like to chit chat with traders in there, and there's a bunch of awesome traders with trade alerts that come with. It's all free, so check that all out in the description. I don't have really anything else to show you to update. You want to check out a couple videos behind. I show a bunch of the VVIX, VIX, all of those things are kind of popping up, the skew, all those things. So check out some more videos. I'll put a couple cards up above so you can just go directly to them, the links. But thanks for joining us. That's all I got for you. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.